Yes, Moonton destroyed both Indian and North American communities in a single bane. And it is not BTK's fault. Let's start from the top. So hello everyone, I am Sasta, a typical MLBB non-pro YouTuber from India. I know I am late, but this news was so big that I had to share it. By this point, most of you guys probably know what happened with Team BTK.
Alright everyone, this title is not clickbait, it's not a joke, it is 100% real. As of right now, Moonton sent us an official notice that we've been banned.
Dave and Chicken covered the drama really well, but they didn't talk about what this means for the Indian community. And that's what we will break down today. First, let's rewind a bit. BTK was banned before, all the way back in 2023. Long story short, some players could not manage their visa on time, which ultimately led to the entire team being disqualified. But there are two odd things. Can you see that particular line about date? And also the reason behind the ban. Both announcements from 2023 and 2025 somehow feels identical. I wonder why. Let's assume that the date mentioned from the 2023 notification was the same date from the actual rulebook from MSC 2023. Which would make absolute sense because there wasn't this big outrage when that happened. But now, the same rules suddenly started having different effects. Again, I wonder why. Team Soul is one of the biggest names in the Indian gaming community, best known for games like PUBG. And this BTK sponsorship was their first step towards uplifting the MOBA scene for India. Because let's be honest, India only has one good MOBA game as of now. India, it is none other than Mobile Legends Bang Bang. Both Honor of Kings and Wild Rift never even showed up here, which is insane. But instead of a success story, Team Soul got humiliated on the biggest possible stage. So here's the main point. This ban could easily trigger a domino effect that will stop other Indian orgs like Team Soul from ever touching MLBB again. And same goes for sponsors who barely even show up here. So yeah, Moonton, or I can say Moonton, didn't just piss off their Indian user base, but also PUBG, Free Fire and every other Indian gaming communities out there. People who didn't even knew MLBB existed now know it for the worst possible reason. First impression always matters, and this one was absolutely terrible. Look, I'm not saying BTK was perfect. We can definitely argue about the HOK sponsorship all day long. But the point is, this drama goes way beyond that. The pro scene of MLBB in NA has been dead for years. For God's sake, these legends got awarded with diamonds. And I don't mean real diamonds, but virtual non-existing ones as their prize pool after winning the NACT 2025. So let's be real, this wasn't a random bane in their career. This was the final nail in the coffin for the entire NA MLBB scene. And now, after this bane, the BTK boys have straight up switched to Honor of Kings. They are done with MLBB. It is as simple as that. But this is where it hurts us even more. Because India doesn't even have that option. We don't have HOK servers here. So we can't just pack up our bags and switch like the NS teams did. If we lose MLBB, that's it. The only good MOBA we have will be gone. And honestly, do you really trust that Moonton will not do the same thing to us when we finally reach the global stage? If they can ban an entire English-speaking community overnight, what makes you think that the same thing will not happen again? This Team Soul and BTK tie-up was one of our biggest chances to make a name for ourselves on the world stage. And maybe even a slot for the MSC 2026. So, Moonton used the NA community as an example to say that if you play any other competitor of MLBB as a pro player, then you will be punished. Anyways, this was my honest take on the BTK drama. But now, I want to know what's your take on all this. Was this ban fair? What does it really mean for the Indian community going forward? Or is it time we find our own path? Whatever your thoughts may be, let me know down in the comments. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.